Good morning, well, afternoon, and welcome to the Cranky Ducklings Grand Platypus Open, the number 27. I'm your host, Steelmold, still like the metal, mold like the thing you put the metal in so that it retains its shape when it cools down. I'm joined by the one and only, the punk chump himself, Yakuzaku.
What is up? We are coming in here hot.
Hot.
It's like,
yeah, you were saying?
It's like heat. What are we starting off with?
This? I thought you were picking up like yeah. It's like, you know, in a relay race, you give someone the rod and they pick it up and the transfer is perfect, and then just stand there and you're like,
yeah, no, I'm just here to fill in the blanks.
Go. Alrighty. Welcome everyone to Ever Dream, and if you've ever dreamed, then you know what I'm talking about. LE. LE, just in case you did not know, stands for lousy equilibrium. Lousy equilibrium. That's why Yaku keeps falling off, falling down all the time. It's a lousy equilibrium.
It's because of the vertigo.
It's because the vertigo. We in the northeast corner of the map. All the way from the land of Vietnam. Currently teamless, I believe, right? Yes? Question mark.
To my knowledge.
Give it up for our Red Zerg. It's Uply. And in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Hong Kong, give it up for our pink Protoss. It is Bistork. It's got that Forge First thing going on.
Bistork himself. Well, it's not exactly a Forge First. See, he did get a gateway behind this, or before this. But yeah, it is a Forge. Just could come across as a bit of a bamboozling. Probe is locking itself in with all the pylons, and it seems like Uply does not know about this. Yeah, Uply has no knowledge of this. This is a cannon rush, but it's not a Forge First kind of build. It's actually really interesting what Bistork is doing right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a safer for it's a half in, not an all in, a some in.
A half measure.
Cannon rush, a cannon half measure. Not a cannon rush, a cannon dash.
It's not. You're not really in a rush, but you know you gotta pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, it dashes up a little bit forward, but it does have a wall at home. It's not going to be going all in. There's a robotics facility being made. Maybe. The robotics
might not be going. Yeah, he might not be going all in on the
cannons. I thought the robotics facility was
all in.
Yeah, this is is inside, definitely in.
Much like the hackers back in the 90s. I'm in. This wall is not a wall. The adept. Yeah, the adept. I don't think the adept will be able to quite block that, but it should still be enough to deter any links from coming in.
Are pretty thick, Yaku.
The roaches are going to be another story, though. Yeah. Actually, that does seem to be a wall.
Don't ever underestimate the thickness of the adept hips, Yaku.
But they lie.
They lie. Oh no! This immortal is going to be Yaku block.
It depends on where that rally is. It actually might be. I'm not feeling too confident about that rally. I can tell you that, Seal. But yep, okay, it's fine.
Okay. Because you can't underestimate the thickness of immortals.
Exactly. Ooh. You went vicious there. What's this immortal? Yeah, now this immortal is out, it's just a lot more difficult for Uply. He is focusing all of his firepower on it though, and that does seem to help. The shield batteries are out of energy. And this immortal,
It's
pretty much just buying time for everything else to come up. GG is called. Bistork.
Yeah,
Taking
that was a
game
very smart cannon rush here.
That it was.
It was out of vision. He had a follow up. This is dangerous.
He didn't go for the straight rush.
Uply does not feel well about this. This feels dirty.
Much like a stalk. Whatever map.
Everdream. No, we already had Everdream.
We did in fact have
So
Everdream.
we can't have Ever. You know, just do purity in industry. Anyone who lives
Why
it up
not?
to us. anyone, anyone who lives it up to us. Or maybe do
Right.
Redshift. That'll be
But it's not in the map pool, Steel.
Man. We can have like a mystery map somewhere. In the
Can
map
we?
pool. I mean, we can put it in the rules, but I'm assuming Light won't go for this.
Probably not.
Can have like a legacy map. Anything, a blast from the past map. We can just go Arc of Janus. What was the that crazy map?
Arc of Janus? Yeah, that was a pretty insane map going on there. I think if we were to have that, man, I do miss in about early Legacy, or maybe it wasn't early Legacy, but sometime in early 2017, they did have that Legacy map pool where they had stuff like Newkirk Precinct, New Gettysburg. They had older maps like Frost.
Mhm.
They just took some of the most popular maps for the previous years and put it in.
Alright,
Well, alrighty
now
then.
that I have the show notes finally. So Bistork
Really?
is from Ball Pain and Uply is from Heroes of God.
That it is.
Not a team.
That they are.
Gotta update Bistork's Wikipedia page.
I mean, it's a clan.
No, it doesn't say that he's on Ball Pain there.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
If only we knew an information fairy or something. Anyway,
Some things
we
are just
are
private.
we are on Purity and or Industry, LE. Oh, LE, just in case you did not know. Stands for lifestyle excuses. Lifestyle excuses. That's when you buy expensive stuff and your excuse is like, well, I gotta maintain the lifestyle. Which is a really dumb excuse to buy something, but you know.
Yeah, it's better if you just say, I just wanted it.
Trying to think, what did I buy? Like, to justify my lifestyle. Justify buying my
Microsoft
lifestyle.
Flight Controller,
My lifestyle is just
probably.
me sitting in front of my
I
computer,
imagine.
being a loner. So it's not like I can. I mean, mechanical keyboards. Yeah, mechanical keyboards is kind of like a lifestyle
Yeah, I don't know.
excuse. You need a lifestyle excuse to get them.
I don't know, you can be a hobbyist, like just a collector.
Yeah, no, this is not a hobbyist keyboard. It's an RGB keyboard.
Right.
It's
Well,
definitely
you have
need
your one
lifestyle
RGB keyboard. You have your one RGB keyboard, you have your artisan keyboards.
I'm trying to see how long we can get this up before Kuro starts zooming in and out angrily on Uply's base here. Anyway, on the north edge of the map, representing Heroes of God, all the way from the land of Vietnam, our red Zerg is Uply. And on the eastern edge of the map, representing Ball Pain, in the land of Hong Kong are Pink Protoss, currently up 1 in this best of 3 series. Give it up for Bistork.
Mr. Talk himself. We do have confirmation that Kuro was just taking that as ASMR pretty much.
Yeah,
our intros. Somebody should make that as a compilation.
Take a nap.
Somebody should make a compilation of that and make it an ASMR video.
Of what?
StarCraft intros.
I mean, it's less ASMR and so much as it's just boring people into falling asleep on the keyboard.
Oh, you know. It's boring but relaxing. And speaking of relaxing, that is a very early Twilight Council coming out from Bistork. Are you thinking what I'm saying, Steel?
Glaze.
Yeah, say it with me. Yep, there's that
Glaze.
Robo. Say it with me, Steel. Say it with me. That ain't what you're saying. You ain't.
What was that? What? It is what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying.
That ain't what I'm saying. I'm asking you to say it with me. I'm saying Adept Printer. Go burr.
There it is. There are the glaives. Well, if you think about it,
Still
the
refuses to get low.
The Adept is the glaive printer.
Yeah, and Warp Prism is the Adept Printer.
Yeah,
but then how far? But then how far can we go? The Robo is the Warp Prism printer, and then the Probe is the Robo printer. But then where do probes come from?
Been coming
Nexuses.
A long way. You could theoretically just 3D print a machine that 3D prints a printer that prints paper.
Well, you can print the parts for it, but if you're 3D printing a printer and you're expecting it to work right off the bat, I got some bad news for you, buddy.
I mean, eventually we get to that point, right? And then someone will make like a perpetual machine that just makes more machines that eventually just makes itself, and then a machine that breaks itself like a snake that eats itself.
Isn't that against the law though?
What?
Perpetual motion.
It's not against the law. It's just.
It is.
No.
It's against the law. Newton's law. Speaking of things against the law, we do see some very cheeky responses coming out from both of our players.
Yeah, it's gonna be DTs and a butt. There's a butt coming up for Uply.
And Bistork is not really taking this opportunity to pounce. If he were to jump in, he would know, or rather be completely sure. But he is letting his adepts get surrounded, and this is not at all the position you want to be in. I don't think a single adept is going to get out of here, and they are all down. That is not where you want your adept to go.
Straight into Bistork's main.
But there is vision on this, but Bistork has not reacted yet.
He's got nothing to react with.
Yeah, every single unit he's actually producing at his Warp Prism, and now he's not producing units anymore. This is not looking too well from our Hong Kong protest player.
Yeah.
But if he can make use of the Sim City and the choke points, he could be able to keep this alive.
I mean, the Queens are here. He does have some range firepower.
Indeed he does, but they are focused on the Robo facility. Yeah, they're actually not targeting down the Adepts, which is probably more lucrative. There we go. The Adepts do in fact go down, but the Warp Prisms have
there is detection. The DTs still do a lot of damage.
They still do a lot of damage. They're still fairly tanky compared to the tier 1 units of Zerg. But Bistork still has to be very, very careful here, almost letting his Immortal get caught out guard. That would not have looked well at all. This one Zealot could be
the Queens are dead though.
Charge, but there it is. And Bistork gonna be taking that series 2-0 in about 10 minutes.
I feel like Uply had this, but kind of maybe miscontrolled the attack. Maybe it was concentrating on defending at home. Because I feel like this attack should have been way more devastating than it was.
Possibly, yeah. His attention did get quite a bit split there, and I suppose that is one of the advantages to Bistork's build is that he doesn't have to focus too much on defense, or really, he doesn't have to focus on either location too much. Uply kind of had to make a choice here. Do I focus on defense or do I focus on the attack? And
we
one of
didn't
them is the
mention
right
it,
choice.
He was losing some drones at home, so it wasn't.
That indeed he was.
It was quite all in at that point, but yeah, I just don't know. Seems a bit unfair that Bistork could just shove a few adepts next to the mineral line in a good SimCity positioning, and then just I don't have to defend here.
Well, that is the key point there. It's good SimCity positioning. I don't think Bistork was anticipating that when he placed the buildings there, but it was a good thing that he did have the buildings in position.
Also important to mention, Uply was not defending his queens. They were just going down one by one, and
there were a couple of transfuses there, but once again, he had his attention split. He had to go back into his own base. Look at what happened.
But I think if the queens were still there, or were defended a little better, the fight would have been ongoing, and that would have been played into Uply's favor. Yeah, I'm just watching it now. Yeah, you went down to 2 queens at the end, and there's just a stalker shooting the queens and nothing attacking that stalker. That one stalker killing, I think it like 2 queens. Yeah, so Uply definitely had the right idea, but the execution was kind of difficult there.